So as we're working on these problems today, I want to be clear that we're going to be using, most of these are all going to be about a standard deck of cards. And so there's a few things that I want to make sure that you understand before we move too far into problem 5-23. And so the first thing that we need to know is this, and I'm going to go ahead and pull this up under my doc cam, and I'm going to go ahead and move this. By the way, if you haven't done it yet, make sure you write your name on it so you get credit. But in a standard deck of cards, there's a few things that we need to know, okay? That just went dark real fast, probably because of the white on here. But let's see here if it will lighten back up again. No? So in a standard deck of cards, when we're talking about a standard deck of cards, how many cards are in a standard deck? If you're not sure, a couple of things. So I always think of, if you've ever, again, going back to that older sibling thing, if you've ever played a card game where they said, hey, we're going to play 52 card pickup, right? So and then they fling them all over the room and then you got to pick all of them up. So in a standard deck of cards like these, there's 52 cards in total, okay? How many colors are in a standard deck of cards? So looking at these right here, we can kind of see those. So we have two colors. We have our red and we have the black. How many suits are in a deck of cards? So we have our diamonds and we have our spades. And we also have our clubs. And lastly, let me see, I'm trying to scan through here and get one. Oh, there we go, finally found one. And we have our hearts as well. So we have 4 suits in here. So the shapes that go along with them, and that's one of the reasons why in the beginning of the school year, we were using the cards to help our seating chart, is to familiarize you with these 4 suits. And lastly, we also need to know how many cards are there in one suit. So we have definitely in this, I don't know why I picked that because I couldn't find them earlier. That was a silly one, but we're going to roll with it because I'm already there. How many cards in total is there that are hearts in this case? I'm going through real quick, trying to find all of them. I hope this is a full deck anyway. This is one that I usually let the students use in class, and so sometimes they don't always make it back in there, but we should have them. So right here, so we have our aces, 2 and 3. I see a 4 down here, 4, and a 5, and a 6, and my 7 and 8 right here, my 9 and 10. So right there we have just 10, right? Because we'll count that as a 1. And then we have the 3 face cards right here, right? So they have faces on it. So we have a total of 13 per suit. So that's important to know as we move into these following problems.